Shalom, dear Wizo leaders. This is my first address to you as the newly elected World Wizo President. I would like to thank you for your support and the vote of confidence you have given me. We are pre-recording this message. Today is Sunday, January 14th, the 100th day of the Gaza war. It would be naive to think that things won't change by the time you will be seeing this message. And it was even more naive of me to think that the address I planned to deliver to you a week ago is the one I'll be delivering today. On Friday, we drove up north to pay respects to the families of two Wizo graduates who fell in battle. One from Wizo Nahalal and the other from Wizo Nir HaEmek. Without knowing each other, these two young men shared similar journeys and identical destinies. They both embodied everything beautiful and hopeful about life and personified the values that Wizo and our youth villages instill in generations of Israeli youth. They died one day apart. Both had the same name, Ro'i. In both homes, there was a table with dozens of photos from family trips and memorable moments these boys experienced in their short lives. Through those images, we got a glimpse into their lives. We spoke to the parents, hugged them. Ro'i Maimon's father even thanked Wizo for giving his son such a great childhood and instilling him in those profound good values. Ro'i's younger brother also studies at Wizo Nir HaEmek. And when he saw Esti, the director of the youth village, he ran into her arms. Ro'i Tal's father teaches in Nir HaEmek and said he can't wait to go back to work after he gets up from the shiva. Esti told him to take his time, and his answer was that there will be a lifetime to grieve, but now his students need him. You see, we are a family. Wizo, our soldiers, the state of Israel, you, our Wizo leaders, we are one. The real leaders of today are the ones that from the outside seem to be the victims. But can't you see? This is misleading because the voices that are holding our country together are the ones that have decided to flip the narrative. And guess what? They are women. When I returned from the Shiv'ah back home, there was a TV news item about three mothers who have inspired an entire nation. The three of them share a common reality. They all gave birth to handsome, smart, good boys. And the three of them lost those boys in the last 3 months. All three have flipped the narrative by commanding us not to see ourselves as victims, but rather as warriors fighting for our right of the sovereign state of Israel to exist as the Jewish democratic homeland. This is the legacy of their sons.
ועכשיו לכם, לכולכם, לכולנו, לעם היהודי בארץ ישראל, בתור מספרת סיפורים אני אומרת לכם, לסיפור שלנו יהיה סוף טוב. אנחנו ננצח. אין לנו ברירה אחרת. אנחנו עם שרוצה לחיות, ולא כמו האויבים שלנו, שפלים ועלובים, פחדנים, נאצים ועוזריהם, שמקדשים את המוות. אנחנו נחיה, ונשגשג, ונבנה.
And let me tell you, their voices are heard louder than any politician or public figure. The message of these women rises above all talking heads on TV and resonate with all of us. We listen to them because they are authentic and speak words of grace and truth. They made the ultimate sacrifice without asking anything in return, a pure generosity of spirit with no ulterior motives. Can you see yourselves in these women? I can. I see them in each and every one of you, the Zionist women leaders of today. When you speak, people listen. Your families, your friends, and your communities, they listen to you. Sometimes you might think they don't, but trust me, they do. You know why? Because everyone that knows you identifies you as a Wizo woman. Yes, that kind of woman that each morning chooses to dedicate her time to others. In these confusing times, people are looking to you for answers and clarity. They look to you because you are a Zionist leader and you represent Israel. Your task is great because the forces of evil are powerful. And you must stand strong and instill faith and resilience in your families, your members, and your communities. You are the leaders of a historic movement that symbolizes everything that is good in this world. It's on these values that we have been raising our children for over 100 years. No wonder that from the Wizo education system in Israel came our nation's greatest leaders, and that from the homes of Wizo women came leaders of the Jewish world. The recipe of our success is in the Wizo movement, in our ability to adapt and move and change to a need. Today, I'm proud and humbled to take my place among you great Zionist women. In my Wizo path, there have been many women who have inspired, taught, and believed in me. I owe a special debt of gratitude to those who planted the Wizo DNA in me. In my first days in Wizo Sydney, Neely Berger, Ronnie Bogner, Gila Lieberman, and the late Rose Fekete. Here in Israel, I want to thank Elisheva Levavi and Ora Korazim for their ongoing support. And I want to mention Nina Shapira, the incredible chairperson of World Wizo's Education Division, and our unofficial Wizo poet. Nina's friendship and steadfast support have meant the world to me. But above all, there is one woman who has been like a second mother to me, encouraging, supporting, mentoring, and standing up for me at every turn. That is Esther Wakeman. For me, she is the ultimate Wizo woman. She fights for what's right, doesn't let anyone stand in her way, embraces the new, but treasures the old. She is what a Wizo woman means. She gets goosebumps every time her tikva is played. She's a Zionist, a feminist. She's my Esther. This more is a virtual meeting, but I promise you, my presidency will be anything but virtual. I can't wait to meet every single one of you. Thank you and shalom.